What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 48. It's late. I was going to combine the episodes, but we're just going to go ahead and roll with it. So let's get into it. We start this episode off. We got the Shane, Lacey, John three-way situation. I just think this throuple need to just go ahead, move in together, and just be in a whole poly relationship, right? I think John should have his own room. Shane should have his own room, and they just take turns. Lacey just decide who she want to sleep with that night, okay? At this point, I'm over all of it. The minute you get mad at one, you go run into the other, and they allow it to happen. I can't even be mad at her anymore because they allow the situation to happen. So she's in the bathroom calling John because she thinks Shane is cheating on her, and she's in her feelings. Shane is out on the beach talking to her dad, and her dad is basically telling him he need to man up and he need to get himself together. Shane is telling the man, listen, I'm depressed. I'm going through something. I'm feeling some kind of way. And the dad is like, I don't really care about all of that. You need to get it together. You need to man up. Anyway, child, that's them. So then we see Nicole going on a job interview, right? We see Nicole going down on a job interview down to the tanning salon. She said, you know, she want to work at the tanning salon so she could get free tans. You know, she not, you know, that jail is bad she didn't get enough sun. And she's worked at tanning salons before, so she's got a little experience. So she goes down there. She's dressed okay, you know. She really was really good. I mean, she went in, she shook the lady's hand, she made eye contact, she introduced herself, she had her resume and her application, you know. She spoke okay, you know what I'm saying, for an entry-level job in retail. She spoke okay. She was able to articulate that she did have some experience. She was able to articulate why she wanted the job, and it didn't sound too bad. She was all good until the woman asked her about her resume and why it looked so spotty. Now, to Nicole's credit, she said, listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you, okay? I went to jail. And I went to jail for robbery, but I'm not gonna rob you. It's not funny, but it's funny. Now, once she had this conversation, I think any thoughts of her getting this job were pretty much out the window. And I kind of feel bad about it because at first the woman was like, well, that's okay. We all make mistakes. You know, it's all about rehab. But that's what her mouth was saying. I think in her mind, she was like, yeah, this application is going right into, what's they call it, file 36, 46, whatever, the trash, as soon as she walks up out of here. Now, Nicole might be the wrong hill to die on when it comes to, but I am going to say this. In this society, if we're ever going to allow people to really, truly rehabilitate themselves and really allow them to come back into society, we when I say we, I'm talking about people who own businesses, people who hire people, have got to be willing to take a chance. I know it's hard. I know you're talking about, listen, I have a business. This woman went to jail for robbery. I don't know if this is the best place for her. But at a certain point, then where's she supposed to go? What is she supposed to do? And then when she goes back to dealing drugs or whatever it was that she was doing, then everybody's going to be like, see, she just no good. She just a bad seed. She can't do no better. It's kind of it's really a hamster wheel, and it's a trick situation. Now, like I said, Nicole might not be the right person, you know. But at the end of the day, like, allegedly, her and Tia are out here scamming people now. They probably scamming people because Nicole can't find no damn job. Anyway, so later on in the episode, we see her talking to Tia. And Nicole is basically trying to get permission from Tia so she could call Deontay and scam him. That's really what that conversation was about. She's like, you know, because she's trying to, well, I really like Dante, and I feel bad, and I know if I call him, he'll give us some money. So Tia was like, go ahead and call him. So basically, Tia, you're cool with pimping your girlfriend out. Now it's your wife. If the end result is going to be he won't get some money. So she decides that she's going to call Dante. And of course, Dante, dumbass, answers the phone. His friend is on the other line like, boy, hang up. What are you doing? They agree to meet up. And his boy is like, what are you doing? Like, what is it about this woman? And Dante brought up a good point. And for this, I do understand where he's coming from. Dante said, my last girlfriend, we had a really bad breakup, and she kept calling me wanting to get back with me, and I wouldn't take her calls and I wouldn't talk to her, and she ended up committing suicide or dying. No, she didn't commit. Well, she died of an overdose. So he said, I don't ever want that feeling again, like I could have prevented something. Now in Nicole's case, I don't think Nicole is nowhere close to making that decision, but I understand his mindset. I really do. I understand where he's coming from, and I really feel bad for him, honestly. So then we have oh shoot, my boy and my girl, oh shoot, what's their name? Well, I can't remember these people's names. The one in Texas with the we see him at his job, and it's payday, and he's getting his first paycheck, and he is excited to get his first paycheck. You know, he done worked his 2 weeks. He said he even did some overtime, and he is excited. He said he got Ray and Brittany, that's it. And he said he got that, you know, he got that restitution hanging over his head, and you know he going to save some money, pay his restitution, and save up some money. He does want to save money for a ring for Brittany, but ultimately he just wants to save money for the future. Now Brittany is out with her girlfriend talking about, that first paycheck belonged to me, honey. We going out on a date, and he gonna be able to pay, and I expect a nice gift. I expect him to do something. Now let me say this: I see both sides of this coin. From Brittany's point of view, she been holding him down. Even before he got out, she been holding him down. Now that he got a paycheck, she like, listen, I want him to take care of me. I understand that ultimately we got to pay this restitution. Ultimately, we need to save some money. Ultimately, we need to do some other things. But just this first paycheck, just this one paycheck, I want him to blow it on me. I want him to do me like I've been doing him. I understand where Brittany coming from. Now, if she want him to do that with every paycheck, that's another conversation. But the first one, I ain't mad at her for feeling like he should do something for her. Come home with some flowers, say, baby, let me take you to dinner, something. Now, I also, on the flip side, understand where he's coming from. Ray is like, listen, I need to get this monkey off my back. I got this restitution hanging over me, and it's going to be a long time before I see the end of that tunnel. And I want to marry Brittany, and so I need to be saving up for a ring, because she's, you know, I know that she got some expensive taste, so I know it's gonna be a good little piece of ring. Honey, he come home. Well, first he see the paycheck, and I don't know, FICA and taxes must have ate his ass up. I think we have all had that moment. The first paycheck we get, we think we're going to make some good money, and we see how much money is taken out of our check. We have all had that moment. We have all, even no matter how many times you hear other people talk about it, when you see it on your paycheck, we have all had that situation. Or you get a new job, and you like, oh my goodness, I got like a $20,000 raise. Boom, shakalaka. And you start looking at that pay stub, and you like, what the hell? So he goes home, and Brittany is all excited and happy for him. And he's telling her how the check ain't this and the check ain't that. And he even was talking to his homeboy and was like, this why people, he said, listen, I made more money than this on the street. And this why people go back to doing, like I was just saying about Nicole, this why people go back to doing shit they ain't supposed to be doing. He said, I'm not going to do it. I'm staying on the straight and narrow. But now I understand why people sell drugs. Like, I understand why people make a bad decision. I'm not going to make a bad decision, but I understand why people do. So he go home to share this with Brittany. Now, he all depressed and in his feelings. Brittany is all excited because she like, it's party time. You got your paycheck. Let's make it happen. Let's do something. Let's go to dinner. Let's go to the movies. What's up? Baby, she see that check and it is written all her face. Because she's like, it's not that bad. It can't be that bad. We can do something. Yada, yada, yada. Baby, she saw that paycheck. And it was written all over her face. Okay? But I'm going to give Brittany credit. She recovered. Brittany recovered she recovered from it, and Brittany said, listen, it's all good. We're going to work with what we have until you can get something better. Like, this is just a start. This is just a stepping stone. This ain't your end. We're going to keep moving so we can elevate you. You're going to get a better job making more money. Like, girl, Ray wasn't trying to hear. You know how when you in your feelings about something, and even when somebody is trying to be nice and somebody's trying to say all the right things, you know how it really don't matter what they say because in your mind you pissed off. That was sort of that moment. Ray wanted to be in his feelings. Ray wanted to be upset, and he wanted to feel a little sorry for himself. So it really didn't matter what Brittany said at that point. Ray was gonna stay with what he had in his mind. That's really what that boiled down to. So he ended up getting mad and walking out, talking about you could finish dinner yourself because he was cooking dinner, child. Anyway, so that was that. Now listen, Lisa and Stan. Let me ask y'all a question. Am I the only one that feels like I'm walking into the freaking Twilight Zone when Lisa and Stan is on the screen? Between Lisa and that damn mumbling and that tick and shit, and Stan delayed ass, something ain't right. So Stan is laying on the couch. He ain't feeling well. He talking to the cat, and he's not feeling good. And Lisa's taking care of him. She giving him some temperature, checking his temperature, and giving him some juice and all kind. I mean, she trying to nurse him or whatever. And she starts talking about the money. She said, I did a good job. I didn't spend up all your money when I went shopping. So she's trying on the outfit to show him. And she's talking about more money. And he's like, do you really, I really at this point feel like you just think I'm a bank. Ding, 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 Stan. He said they ain't having sex. They ain't getting it in. And what I tell y'all from the beginning of this, I'm going to keep saying what I said go back to the first video from this season. They had a business arrangement. Actually, in the next episode, Lisa actually confirms what I've been saying all season. They had a business arrangement. Stan understood the assignment. All Stan wants is for you to take him down in that dungeon on a regular basis. If Lisa takes Stan down in that dungeon on a regular basis and do what she's supposed to do, Lisa would get whatever she wants from Stan. Because Stan understands the assignment. Stan done paid off your restitution. Stan done paid off your ticket. Stan done bought you a car. You are living in Stan's house where I'm sure you're not paying their bill. And you ain't got no damn job. Girl, he has kept his promises. You, on the other hand, are the one playing games. Because you ain't took him down in that dungeon like you supposed to take him down in that dungeon. Now, Stan is texting. Lisa get mad and Stan is on the phone texting. Come to find out, Stan is texting some ex-girlfriend, and Lisa used this as the opportunity to act like she is all upset and indignant. And how dare he's cheating on me? How could he do that to me? We were in this together. I thought he loved me. Yada yada yada. Buddha Buddha Buddha. Bida bida bing. Listen, Lisa, you on a bit more care about Stan texting another woman than the man in the moon. But that gave you the opportunity to be real indignant and tell him you giving him an ultimatum and either he gonna marry you or he's not. Marriage. Don't you have a whole girlfriend that you on the phone with? But you mad about it? Just feels like the Twilight Zone every time they're on the screen. It's weird. It's so weird. Anyway, Christiana and that other dude, Christiana. So we see her talking to her son. Now we found out that she had a son. I think we already knew she had a son, but we found out she had a son. She lost custody of her son because she was on them drugs. She broke pretty much every promise she ever made to her son because she was on them drugs. She went to jail multiple times and was in and out of his life because she was on them drugs. She made multiple promises to him about what she was going to do and what she wasn't going to do, but she didn't keep none of them because she was on them drugs. So now she calling him, and I mean, it seems like they have a very tense relationship, but they have some sort of a relationship. And she asked him to come to the wedding, and he was like, I don't know about that. I gotta think about that. But she really wants him to come to the wedding. She said John is a really good guy, and she's really, she's not gonna mess up this time, and she's really trying to do right and to make the right decisions. And he was like, all right. I mean, because again, she understands it. Like, she's not acting like he's wrong for feeling the way he feels. Like, she understands it. But she wants him to come to the wedding, child. So there's that. So then we see Brittany and Marcelino. Now, Brittany still ain't told Marcelino about this whole money situation, child. And she invited Brittany over. Now, Brittany is her ex-girlfriend who she's still friends with. But I feel like they still got like a whole little flirtation situation going on or whatever. Anyway, she comes over and they go out by the pool and they get to talking. And she tells Brittany what's going on. She gives Brittany the whole breakdown. And she tells him, about about what's going on and how she hadn't told Marcelino. And, then they get to flirting a little bit or whatever. So when she getting ready to leave, Brittany getting ready to leave out the house, honey. Brittany gonna say, Brittany gonna say to, Amanda gonna say to Brittany, well, I hope everything works out with that whole John situation. Let me know what happens with that. Marcelino was like, what John situation? What she talking about? What you mean you hope everything works out? What ain't gonna work out? What's the problem? Who did what? Who said who? What? Girl. So then Brittany had to tell Marcelino about it. And of course, the worst acting. Listen, that was the worst scene in the world. Like, I know that y'all be producing these scenes. And I know y'all be setting stuff up. And that's fine. I let y'all have that. But I'm going to need y'all to do a better job. Brittany sat there and was very clear that Marcelino don't know. And she's scared to tell Marcelino. And how stupid she feel. And how she got to pick the right way to tell him. And then you just drop the bag on your way out the door. Oh, I hope everything work out with John. Then Brittany tell Marcelino, and Marcelino is, what? What do you mean? What's the problem? I don't understand. Child, it was a mess. Anyway, so that's what it is. I think that is it for this episode. So we're gonna get you the next episode. I'll be dropping that in a little bit, cause I was a week behind. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.